is part 2. Right. All right, now we're going to throw the numbers in front. Seven x squared. All right. This is where it becomes a little more complex. Multiply negative 140, add to be 23. I'm going to choose to go into order 1 and 140. How about negative 1? Clearly I'm not getting anywhere close. Negative 2 and 70. If you can't do this in your head, you go 140 divided by 2. 140 divided by 3 doesn't work. 140 divided by 4. I need a little help.
35.
35, thank you. 5 and... we might have got somewhere. Negative 5 and 28 does multiply to 140. It does add to 23. All right. For those of you who have not got it yet, it is time to get it. We write down the 7x squared. We replace this with our two special numbers. This has been told to you often earlier in the year. If you had that positive 28, negative 5 in the different order, your answer would come out just fine in the end. We do a group of 2. And I see no number in common. I see an x in common. Leaves a 7x minus 5. 2 goes in, but 4 goes in. We do the biggest. 4 goes in. 28 divided by 7. Perfect. Your final answer becomes x plus 4, 7x minus 5. And finally, you will not memorize the fancy formula. I'm going to do 2 of these. First one I'm going to do, I'm going to call it sort of basic-ish. Wherever I see the letter A, I'm going to put a Y. Wherever I see a B, I'm going to put a 5. I'm using the minus formula because it's the minus formula. You do not need to memorize that. It factors into A minus B, Y minus 5. Becomes A squared, which becomes Y squared, plus AB plus Y5. We like to say it 5Y in the world of math. Since you're not memorizing, I call that pretty basic. And let's go with 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. Now, this was going over originally. I need something weird that same thing times same thing times same thing is y to the 15th. Well, that interestingly strange rule that you add the exponents means wherever you see an a, you're going to put a 3y to the 5th. Every one of these numbers tomorrow that I give you will be a special cube. It's certainly not 1 times 1 times 1, it's not 2, it's not 3, it's not 4, it's not 5. Try 6 and 7, see if it's one of those. Go 6 cubed, or 6 times 6 times 6, or 7 cubed, or 8 cubed. What is it?
7.
It is 7. 7 times 7 times 7. All right, let's look at the letters. I'm looking for same thing times same thing times same thing. That gives me z to the 90th. With the exponents, it's weird. Because you add, that's that weird rule. You add the exponents. So wherever I see a b, I'm putting 7 z to the 30th. All right. Here we go. A plus b, this isn't confusing. 3y to the 5th. And that is square. Stop. Edit that out. On the bottom formula, a plus b is simply 3y to the 5th plus 7z to the 30th. Sorry about that little blip. Because I know it's going to be lengthy, I'm going to write it down here. It's just this parenthesis. I'm just writing it down here. Here we go. A squared. So it is 3y to the 5th squared. There'll be a little bit of work you'll have to do. The formula, minus a times b, minus 3y to the 5th times b, 7z to the 30th. Plus b squared plus 7z to the 30th squared. And again, this is all in that line after that. And now let's just be careful. Here we go, the whole thing. Three times 3 is regular. 3 times 3, y to the 5th to the 7th is the second is the exponent rule. Multiply exponents. The number multiplying, regular number multiplying. The variables just sit next to each other like nice friends. And 7 squared is regular number, 7 times 7. Z to the 30 is the exponent rule of multiplying. I could go back and look on the recording today how many times I've said this. For the next 24 and a half hours, forget about graphs, forget about synthetic division, forget about multiplicity, forget about all that stuff for the next 24 and a half hours, just factoring. You have a ton of factoring worksheets. I'm going to stop this.